You know, sometimes I ask myself, what what is my worth? You know, it's crazy. To other people, like to myself, my worth, I'm I'm priceless. You know, I'm priceless. Shit, I can make $1 billion if I put my mind to it. But to other people, some people, shit, I might be worthless. I might be less than a penny. You know, I think about my mom sometimes. Like, what was I worth to her? You know, like my mom's wasn't the type to invest wisely. So that's what I felt. I remember I wanted to go to college. Like I finished school when I was like 17 years old. I wanted to go to college. I was ready, so I was like, "Yo, mom, I want to go to college," you know. And then she told me that, well, son, I make too much money, you know. My mom's making about $90,000 a year, and so she was working with Merrill Lynch. But at that time, no, at that time she was working with Bear Stearns. She was working with Bear Stearns at that time, right? As an administrative assistant, she was getting 90,000 a year. So she said that since she made too much money, I couldn't get financial aid, and that the government would, you know, take some of her money. So basically, I couldn't go to college. Fucking selfish. That was some selfish ass shit. You would never see no shit like that on the Cosby Show. you never see no shit. That's basically what my mom's told me. And for some reason to this day, she don't remember the story like that. She really don't. Like she just conked out of her head. But that's exactly what happened. I said, "Mom, I want to go to college." I said, "Oh, I make too much money. I couldn't get financial aid," and she didn't want the government taking any of her money to send me to school. So I guess therefore I wasn't worth it, you know. And that was that. So I didn't go to college, and so I wound up going to went to Ohio. I stayed with my father's relatives out there, and shit was tough. I had an aunt, you know, my father's sister that was fucked up in the head. Like this chick was a drunk, straight up drunk, like the worst of the worst. You know, I didn't know these people. I didn't know them. I met them once in my life when I was like 8 or 10 years old, 8 years old. And the next day, you know, I'm meeting them 10 years later. You know, so it's kind of crazy. But they begged for me to come out there. Oh, come out and come out. And then when I go out there, they treated me like shit. So it got to a point in my life where my aunt kicked me out. I had nowhere to go. I didn't want to go back to New York because I didn't want to feel like a failure, you know. So I called my so I went with my cousin, which was my aunt who kicked me out, her daughter, and I stayed at her house. Her house, oh my goodness. When you talk about ghetto, this is straight up fucking ghetto, fabulous. Like she had at that time she had 3 kids, still got 3 kids, and she had 2 boys, one daughter, and her crib was just dirty, Pampers everywhere and food plates all look dirty. It's just fucked up, I really wasn't accustomed to living that type of lifestyle. So I stayed there and I was just like, oh, motherfucker, I leave. And she stayed there with her baby father, his brother, and his father, and her baby's father's father. You know what I'm saying? It's like one big motherfucking ghetto family, and it was her credit. And they was all staying there, nobody working, and her baby father, hustling, sell drugs. So one day I came in the house, and the house was empty. It was gone. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like it was gone. And then I look, there's a note on the door. It says drug trafficking. My cousin picked up and moved And I'm living in the same house with her. Like, I went out that day. I must have stayed for hours or some shit. She didn't even tell me she was moving. What the fuck? Like, she fucking moved within hours that I left. All shit is empty. The only thing that was left was my book bag in the middle of the floor and my clothes. That was some crazy shit. So, I wound up finding, you know, I knew some kids in the neighborhood, and I wound up finding where her baby father was at. I went and found the baby father. I'm like, yo, man, she just moved and didn't let me know anything. Like, yeah. So I'm like, yo, listen, man, I don't have nowhere to go. Like, and when I found her baby father, he was at his cousin's house, which was a female. So he was staying there, and I'm like, listen, man, if I could just like leave my clothes here just for the night, so I can figure out what I'm gonna do. And his cousin was like, you can stay. Right? So I'm staying there for, it was crazy. So I called my mom's, 18 at the time. I'm like, your mom, I got kicked out from my aunt crib, and this girl just moved without telling me. I don't have any money. I'm fucked up. I mean, I'm saying I'm fucked up. I don't have any money. I'm messed up. I can't eat. I'm hungry. Can you help me? My mother says, you're a man now. You want to be grown? Be grown. Hung up the phone. Thinking, like, what the hell did I have to do to you? So then, my cousin baby father, he started showing me how to hustle. And I started selling drugs. I wasn't good at it. I wasn't good at it at all. I probably sold drugs maybe a few times in my life. Like, I did it. Like, you know, they give you, we got a little 8-ball. You got an 8-ball, and then, you gotta cut it up and shit. I cut it up. At that time, I think I got it for like maybe $100 or $125, and I cut it up to where I could make $225 or $250 back. And so I did that, and I might have got $175 back, because I wasn't a good cut it up. And then I put it in my socks, and next thing you know, they all broke up, and it was like, I wasn't good at it. I wasn't good at it at all. And so I didn't do it very long. I did it a few times. It's just not, it wasn't my thing. So anyway, the funny thing about the story is that what I didn't know the whole time is that when I left New York, I left because my uncles, they just passed away. They just died, and my grandmother died. And I just wanted to get away, I didn't want to be reminded of the memories. So, but what happened is that when they died, my mother came into money. My mother came into $80,000, and she didn't share anything with me. I remember she bought me a jacket, a pair of jeans, and a pair of boots, and that was it. That was it. I didn't know what she had, but apparently the other family members, they knew what she had. I didn't learn about this until maybe 10 years later. Less than 10 years, my fault, like years later, I didn't know about this shit. And at the same time, that was right before I left. I wanted to go to college. My mom's could have helped me go to college. Not only do you make $90,000 a year, but you just got $80,000 from my uncles, grandmas dying. So that's selfishness. That's selfishness at its utmost. It's one thing you want to be selfish with a stranger, but selfish with your own flesh and blood, your only son, your only child. When you want them to be great, when you want them to go to college, but people can't recollect this. They don't remember, But I remember everything. I have a great memory. I don't smoke, So yeah, that's just a little bit about the character of my mother, where I come from. But you know what? No matter what, it's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful day.